are a true super fan, because we would never normally stream at around this time. And this is just me, testing out. I've done a couple of changes under the hood. If you're interested in knowing specifically, changed my renderer from software to hardware. I had to change it because of some technical issues, and I've also changed some of the settings in Sonic Mania. It did have exclusive full screen, now it doesn't, and I'm hoping this will have fixed all the issues we had with latency. Obviously, I won't really know until I check it back, but I thought rather than wait until we're in like a live environment, I thought it was better to give it a test now rather than wait till there's loads of people watching and then disappointed because of low quality in the stream. So like I said, I'm kind of hoping that I've got everything resolved now. Obviously, won't really know until I've watched it back, but it's looking good in my OBS window. That's my only real indication. So if anyone does happen to... Oh look, somebody's actually come on and said super secret. So there you go, you are seeing the behind the scenes top secret stream here. I'm doing this without Bill's permission. Actually, that's a lie. Bill is kind of behind the scenes somewhere. Loser Control, good to hear from you. Thanks for joining the super secret stream. So just in case you're wondering why on earth am I suddenly randomly streaming Mania in the middle of the day, it's because I wanted to test a couple of changes I made under the hood to OBS. I'm not going to lie to you all, I was actually really disappointed the last stream when I watched it back. Not because of the gameplay, not because of the commentary, anything like that, but just because the quality really did seem to take a dip. So doing my best to update that now. It was really surreal, by the way, doing this in the afternoon. But I figure I've worked hard today. I can afford a little 10-15 minutes out. So this is just a test. Did I hijack the stream? Yes, I did. Although Bill is around in the background somewhere. He sort of said to me, oh, could you do a quick test just to see, whether the sound settings are working or not? And I was like, yes, I will, Bill. Yes, I will. Little did he know I was just going to start playing Mania. Secret test is looking good. Excellent. How's the sort of sound in relation to my voice? Because that's one of the things that's hardest to work out when you're live on stream. Obviously this isn't a sort of conventional stream. I'm just kind of casually going to play a little bit and, get a feel for things. But... really just want to use this to try and eliminate any bottlenecks in performance and all of that stuff. The camera is on low res like a potato. Ah, right, okay. Now that's partly because, ordinarily I'd put myself pretty small in the corner. Now I can change the res on that, so I'm going to do that quickly now. I'm currently in 1280 by 720, so it's not super low res, but I don't have a brilliant camera anyway, so I've now put it, you can see I've gone absolutely massive. Here I am, in case you don't know what I look like. Obviously I'm much better looking when I'm in high res, so I'll put myself a bit smaller. But it's always a little bit, because I took down the res in the last stream because we're having some technical issues, and I hadn't adjusted it back. So that looks, probably a bit cleaner now. I've got to admit, this game, I don't know if this is like really obvious, once I start playing it I just don't want to stop. I'm literally like, I'm so tempted just to play through the whole game now that I'm doing a test stream, but I won't. But what I may end up doing, although I've called this a test stream, if it's something that's fun to watch, I might even keep it uploaded. Bill should be around somewhere. I'm kind of half expecting him to jump into comments, but nothing come through so far. I think what I'll do is I'll finish this bonus stage, and then I should probably actually go and do some work, bearing in mind I've taken 20 minutes out of my working day to test this. Maybe closer zoom in on your face. Okay, just think about how best to do that. So I could... I'm going to muck about with my... I'll move this frame a moment. So what I could do is put myself like that, and then you're getting to see all the behind the scenes stuff here, folks. So what I'm going to do is just put myself... that seriously feels zoomed in for me. Okay, so that might work, but the problem is normally I'd have Bill in the window as well. I suppose what I could do is have two monitors. That might be a good workaround for it. OBS has a zoom option. That's true, but then it's tricky. That might improve it, it might not. I'm currently outputting 1080p as the res, so it doesn't seem to have lost res too much. Posted to Discord, brilliant. Looks like this has now become an official stream. It's gone from being my secret test. I didn't think anyone would look at this. I thought everyone would be busy working and stuff like that, but obviously, you know, people sensed, their Sonic Mania sense has tingled, and I never actually showed these off in the last stream, so I'm just going to show it now. These are one of the extra bonus stages. I did that really badly. I'll go in on it again. That means I've got to complete another level. What a shame, what a shame. But yeah, those bonus stages are actually quite tricky to unlock. You have to get all of the blue spears, get a gold on every single one in order to switch the bonus stage to those. Anyway, that's only really, that's more for the kind of Mania hardcore nuts. We'll get all of those references, so. I love the fact it's just become another stream now during the day. That's funny. So far, yeah, it seems to be good. Just reading, what's his comment? Oh man, that's a lot of screen glare on your face. As a picture though. Yeah, normally I wouldn't obviously have it zoomed in quite this much. I'm just kind of mucking about. Here he is, the man himself, Games from Cardboard, Mr. Billiam Thorpe. Just got off it now. I love it. Everybody's just... Bill, I don't know if you're catching this, but everybody's just tuned in like it's one of our usual streams. And I've since started playing Mania, and when I start playing Mania, I don't want to stop. So it feels like I've inadvertently just started streaming in the middle of my working day, I hasten to add. But it's okay, because I was kind of due for a bit of a break anyway. I think you're getting to see me playing the game, without being under huge amounts of stress at the stream not working now. I was finding it really, really tough going last time I played this game. Like, really, really hard. I think I'm going to have to muck about a bit with the webcam being so zoomed in. But I'll take on board the feedback and I'll try and go a bit closer in on my face. Obviously, you just want to see, you know, my beautiful skin and, you know, my lockdown, pasty skin that I've got, courtesy of never being able to go out in the sun. I don't know how it's coming across on stream, but for me, image quality-wise, this is so much better. Partly because I'm playing the PC version, which has richer colours anyway. But even in the OBS window, it's looking a lot cleaner. So I'm really hoping this is the end of the technical issues on stream and I've really gotten to the bottom of things. Having said that, I'll kind of be watching this back to see, is there anything that needs updating or changing. But yeah, so far very promising. I've got to say, also, it is so much more fun playing it using a Mega Drive controller rather than that giant Wii Pro controller I was using. It just felt a little bit clunky for this kind of game. Absolutely brilliant if I'm playing something like Zelda Breath of the Wild, but for a Sonic game you really want something that feels authentic and close to the original feel wherever you can, really. So, okay, so I will stop soon. Otherwise, I'm just going to do this forever. God, just hearing the Sonic sounds brings back memory. Are you hiding British teeth with that camera angle? Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? You wouldn't even know I was British now. Okay, here I am. Here's my teeth. I know. I mean, the NHS is brilliant, but dental care is something we Brits tend to neglect a little bit. I don't think I'm kind of peak Brit in terms of my teeth. I don't think most Brits even know that's a thing, by the way. I think... I know it because I've got American friends who are always going, why do you Brits... I'm going to try and do your accent now and just humiliate you. Why do you Brits have such awful teeth? Yeah, I cannot do an American accent to save my life. I've probably offended a large segment of Bill's audience and he's not even here to argue against me. So yeah, this is a good day for me. Sonic Mania is such a good game, man. I tell you, I feel like I could just stream this game every single night for a month or something and still not get bored of it. It's just so much fun. I don't know if it comes across how much I enjoy it, even having played it to death. Still absolutely love it. Play Sonic Forces in the next stream. Yeah, I could consider that. I'm just going to muck about a bit with my webcam. Having had bad teeth is an evolutionary response to British food. You have an excuse to eat less. Yeah, I'm not even going to argue that point. Although one thing we do have that's really good, because of the amount of emigration into the country, particularly from Indians, we have some absolutely savage curries just about everywhere you go in London. Same with Chinese. I love it. Phil's going, complete it, Tom, complete it, Tom. Well, you know, it'd be really rude not to, and I think this is an important use of my work day as well. Oh man, I'm gonna have to work some overtime or something to make up for this time streaming, but hey, I've always got time to play more, so here we go, back in. So, Bill, you're seeing this, and it must be really surreal seeing your channel with you not even being on it. how is it looking for you? Like, are you sort of pleased with the jumping quality? Because I know you're a bit like me, where, we'll be totally honest about it. We were both really disappointed with the drop down in stream quality. It's kind of like everything went wrong last time I streamed, and I've obviously gone away and sort of beat myself up a bit about it. I'm that kind of character, and then tried my best to get it fixed. Just think it's important that you'll get to see my skanky British teeth. Really, really important. Such a cool bonus stage. I just love everything about this game. I think, the music, the look of it. It must be great for Bill, because he was watching it, and if you guys had stream problems, he had even more, because he was watching it on Discord, and it was kind of like an even laggier version for him. Looks sweet, man. Awesome. I don't need to be at work for another hour. Well, there we go. I've got an hour to complete the game. And Curry kind of is the Nashville. Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. I'm just too immersed in the gameplay. It's just so much fun. Oh, man. This game, seriously, so much fun. And I just, even having played it just a couple of nights ago, totally happy to play through again. Yeah, it's just awesome, isn't it? Bill, I feel like as soon as lockdown's over, you're going to need to come around mine and actually play on Sonic Mania as well. I feel like until you have, I feel like our friendship's on the rocks, really. It's a bit touch and go if I even want to continue being your friend at this stage. And if you actually play this, then you might have a chance of retaining my friendship. But until you do, it's really borderline between us. Hello, Mr. Lion in a suit. Yes, you've seen my Discord avatar, which comes from Trevor McFur in the Crimson Galaxy. Just want to say, I feel like I have earned the chance to play Sonic Mania. I played some truly abysmal games in the last few months. I played Sonic GBA, which was like an insult to everything that makes this game great. I played Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy, which was just like an awful shmup. And that bike game on the Jaguar. I'll tell you, I've earned the right to play one of my favourite games. I really have. And this game is right up there. I knew this was going to be good as soon as it got announced. Like, just when I saw who was making it, Christian Whitehead and his team are just a fantastic group of developers, and they really have done the Sonic series proud. I actually think this, and this is where I get controversial when Bill's not here to argue with me, I think this is better than things like New Mario Brothers on the Wii. I just feel like it outshines just about any kind of revival of an old property. And it was so long overdue with Sonic, because Sonic had such a rough ride. Really did, didn't it, with Sonic 06 and all that stuff. LC says, this is a new game? Yes, it is. This came out in 2017, and it was made by a couple of, well, I say a couple, it was actually a whole team of Sonic fans who, to kind of cut it really short, the story, they kind of pitched making this game to Sega, having already made a remake of Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 1, and Sega actually said, yeah, we love this idea, we love your work, we are going to get behind you, and you can make Sonic Mania. And that's how the game came about. It wasn't originally called Sonic Mania. It was called, come back to me, Sonic Discovery initially. And it was actually a guy from the Sonic team who said, in very broken English, no, don't call it Sonic Discovery. I want you to call it Sonic Mania, because it is Sonic Mania for the Mania. As in, like, the Sonic fans were the Mania. So yeah, Eggman is back. Just seeing what's going on. Eggy Boy, back with more eggs. Yeah, I agree with Rex Warden about New Super Mario Bros. Being Nintendo's experiment to see how many times people buy the same game. I mean, I thought the first one was very good on the DS, and I thought the Wii version with its 4-player mode was awesome as well. But I kind of feel like from probably New Mario Bros. Wii U onwards, they just sort of almost gave up on innovating a bit, which is a shame, because, the Nintendo Mario series used to be all about innovation. It used to be completely fresh each and every time a new Mario game came out. You didn't know what to expect, and then, just lately it's like they dropped the ball. But then, I mean, I suppose you could argue this isn't particularly innovative. It's just very, very well made. But yeah, egg pizza. Yeah, that anecdote, Bill, about you and your egg pizza. I was like, Whoa, egg pizza? I actually think that sounds pretty nice. I could go for some egg pizza. I bet it's quite easy to make. Just kind of, you know, fry or boil an egg or something, and you're all good in the Robin Hood. I wouldn't normally do it this way, but I feel like the extra rings might help me out on this run. So you're probably sensing on these bonus stages, you have to get a bit of a balance between getting the rings and getting the blue things. The blue things make you go faster, and the rings stop you from dying. And you kind of have to strike a balance of which ones you get, and make sure that the Chaos Emerald doesn't get too far away, because if it does, it becomes then very, very difficult to actually get it back. You know, it really can speed off into the distance if you're not careful. So you can probably see here I'm striking for a balance, like I'm using some jumps, I'm trying to cut a corner there. So I'm getting close now. If I was short on rings, I'd be going on the ramps, but the ramps really slow you down on this stage, so I'm choosing to jump them, cut the corner. I feel like I went on the purple a bit too long there. But having said that, I'm not doing too badly here. So I should get this after this corner. There we go. So we're already very, very close to Supersonic. Fluffy Puppy says, I'm kind of late to the stream. Has Tom taken over? Yes, Tom has taken over. So this wasn't an official stream. I just wanted to test out, had I fixed some of the problems we had with the last stream. And unfortunately for me and my productivity, I started playing Sonic Mania. And when Tom starts playing Sonic Mania, hours of his life can disappear. Because it's so much fun. New Super Mario Bros. Is a microwave meat patty. It kind of is a bit like that, isn't it? It's just recycled, and I feel like the actual underlying game code and everything hasn't really been changed from the first one that came out on the original DS. And we're talking, you know, like an early 2000s game at this point, and it's like they just keep releasing it. Even the version on Switch that came out recently was essentially just the one that was on the Wii U. They just re-released it in slightly higher res. And yeah, I don't get me wrong, I come across like a Nintendo basher. I'm not. I really like those games. I really like Nintendo. I think they make some great games, but I do feel like they've been getting a bit lazy with some of particularly their Wii U re-releases. Having said all of that, I'm quite interested in Super Mario 3D World's new expansion, because I really like that game. Eggy Boy is mentioning Street Fighter 1 and Alpha 3. Street Fighter 1 causes instant anxiety to me. That game is just horrific. But Alpha 3 is so good, man. I'm going to need to play a bit of Street Fighter on the stream at some point. And I don't mean Street Fighter 1. Having said that, I didn't mind that PC Engine version of... Ooh, watch that up for a second. Yeah, I didn't mind the PC Engine version of Street Fighter 2. That was the one time I've played a decent Street Fighter game, I think. We were actually thinking at one point about doing a Mugen tournament of sorts between me and Bill. If you don't know what Mugen is, it's essentially kind of a fan-made version of Street Fighter where you can add pretty much any character that you want. Like, people can make their own characters, and there's just like an abundance of characters out there. That was an epic fail on my part. So yeah, that might be something to look forward to. Bit of a Mugen stream. I think the kind of quirky and weird stuff, I'm going to show, because I think Bill might have missed this. I was hating on the new Nintendo stuff, to be fair, Bill. I wasn't daring to hate on Super Mario World again. What I forgot to tell you when we streamed that was that Sega, actually, when they were bringing out the first Sonic game, they actually bought a whole load of Super Famicoms and Super Mario World. And get this, they actually went to different places in America. I'm going to let myself fail here because I've got the shield that I want, which is the bubble one. Yeah, they went to different places in America and let people play Sonic and Super Mario World to compare the two and let people make their own choice. Like, it's actually the way they decided to market it was by doing a direct comparison, which I just think is fascinating. Like, they must have had loads of faith in Sonic 1 compared to Super Mario World. I kind of do understand why. Like, I mean, Super Mario World... Okay, this is where I start betraying Sonic fans everywhere. I think Super Mario World is the better game out of Sonic 1 and Super Mario World. But the problem is Super Mario World didn't feel particularly different to Mario 3. And then Sonic did, so that's why Sonic did well. Mode 7 in the water there, yep. Sonic Spinball. Don't talk about Sonic Spinball, Bill. You know, we've had this. We cannot be playing Sonic Spinball. It's an abomination of a game. It's horrifically boring to play. The bonus stage I just did with the pinball, that is a million times more fun than Sonic Spinball. I just feel like when you say Sonic Spinball, I have this image of me then having to play Sonic Spinball on a stream, and I just don't want it to happen. I just feel like that would be the end of my streaming career before it's even begun. So everything's looking good quality-wise, because I keep forgetting that that's why I'm actually on a stream here. I'm not here just to, casually play through Sonic Mania, much as I want to. But yeah, everyone's happy with the quality. That's the important thing, because the foundation that I'm laying here in this stream will all be part of what's to come. The way that this is kind of looking, this is kind of, in one sense, we're up to. Hello, Nerd Strategy. Good to have you with us, my friend. Bill's on holiday today, so I've taken over, and I'm streaming this top secret stream. The whole point of this is me to test out some new streaming settings. We had a couple of issues last time we streamed, and I was really, really unhappy about it. I'm a bit of a perfectionist with these things, and I just thought, you know what, it's far better to do it in a real live environment. So here we are, playing a bit of Sonic Mania, if you've not seen this game before. Also, feel like I'm sort of stepping in for Bill here. I know this isn't one of our official streams. However, if you like this content, then do drop us a like, subscribe, because this is only the beginning. There's going to be tons more Mania content coming. I'm loving playing this so much, and if people are loving watching it, then yeah, it's just going to happen. And who knows, sometimes I might just casually appear in the middle of the day. So for that reason, again, I sound like a cliche YouTube streamer here, but hit the bell notification too, because you never know when I might be coming on just to stream something. I get lunch breaks, stuff like that. I could easily do a kind of half-hour quick stream, completely unexpected, like I am today. And I'm just thankful, this started out as a bit of me messing around today, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, all of you have tuned in, and you're all watching it again, which is, it's so cool. I really, really appreciate that you guys want to come on the journey with me when I play these games. Makes it a million times more fun. Having said that, I'd probably be playing Sonic Mania anyway right now. I was kind of thinking to myself, I quite feel like taking a break and playing a game, so why not do it with you guys? So, for those not getting this reference here, well, firstly, two things. First time I saw this, I went mad. I started screaming. I couldn't believe they put Mean Bean Machine into a mainline Sonic title. I thought it was such a good reference. But for those who don't know what I'm going on about there, Mean Bean Machine was a game that came out in the 90s that was a localization of a game called Puyo Puyo. I can never say that name. And they essentially in the West localized it to have a Sonic tie-in to the title. And by kind of putting that into this game, having the Puyo Puyo stage, they're kind of calling back to that for the fans, which I think is really cool. Interestingly, one of my friends actually said to me they got completely stuck on this Mean Bean Machine stage that I'm on, and they never actually got past it. So I just find that crazy, because for me, this was actually one of the easier bits, because I was always a big fan of Mean Bean Machine back in the day. I thought it was a really enjoyable title, and it's not difficult, and I feel like this is actually a very easy incarnation of the boss. So the reason I sort of played it the way I did is because I've lined up all of these patterns to go down. You see, I've got rid of a whole load once there. What that means is it now drop loads on Eggman, and now he's dead. I'll be playing Earthbound with Nintendo as the main character on NES. We will be back to playing a little bit of Earthbound, and we're hoping to do that tomorrow night. No worries, man. Lol, dude, Bill, you should do some transition for your streams, lol. Like the US show called Home Improvement. They had this Lego, feel put... Yeah, I feel like we should have that. If we could kind of construct our streams where, cardboard starts flying in from all sides, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're playing as NES because when I play RPGs, this is one of my weird character traits. I like to stick with the default names. So I feel like it feels a bit more authentic that way. I'm just reading some of your comments. Yeah, no. I need to resurrect my Game Gears and play Puyo Puyo 2 again. Yeah, that's a good version. I'll tell you what I absolutely love, and I can't wait for the sequel to finally come out on PC, is Puyo Puyo Tetris. If you haven't played that yet, do yourself a favour and pick up a copy. Really, really good fun. I bought it when I got my Switch. It was the first Switch game I got. Just because I needed something cheap to sort of run on there and try out. I had no idea that I would enjoy it anywhere near as much as I ended up liking it. You know, it's a really, really good fun game. You know, highly recommended. I must admit, I got a little bit hooked on it for probably the best part of a month. I was playing on it, and I started playing these kind of 11-year-old kids in Kyoto and stuff, and they were just like absolutely unbelievably good at it. Honestly, like savagely, sickly good. Yeah, that sort of real esports player level, and there's no way I could beat them. I'm just going to pause to catch up with some comments. Did I see your new video, Staircase Animations? I saw you posted it. I've not clicked on it yet, so I promise I'll have a look at it and I'll feed back to you. Attacking Earthbound, made famous from Smash Bros. Totally is, isn't it? Like, I mean, that in some ways reinvigorated all interest, I think, in the Earthbound series. Because, yeah, it was kind of a little bit forgotten outside of us kind of hardcore gamer types that read about it. I must admit, you know, I'm very transparent. First time I kind of played Earthbound on stream, which was quite recent, it was a little bit mediocre, but only because we only got an hour in and nothing really happened. I'm looking forward to giving it a bit more of a try, and hopefully a bit more will happen this week. Surfock is back. Chronic says, hey buddy. Hey Chronic Spartan. Loving the name, that's awesome. I can't really hear the name Spartan without thinking of two things. One is 300, the movie. The other is Civilization. Which, I don't know, I mean, I feel like that's like the opposite of everything we've ever played on a stream, but Civilization is the other game I'm hooked on right now. The only thing I change if I play Earthbound is my favourite food. That's interesting. I can't remember what we changed it to now. I remember I put Bill's favourite food, no, his favourite thing in the world as being Sega, just because I'm a hardcore fanboy, as we all know. And my skin's even gone blue because I've got Philips Hue lights on and they're set to blue at the moment. I feel like I might change that. Oh yeah, keto, that was it, because of your diet. So I've got given away that Bill's on a diet for everybody. As you can tell, this is a literal hold right to win here, so I'm actually getting a chance to change my light colours, hopefully. Where are you, light colours? Ooh, red. Oh yeah, now I look evil. Actually, I'm going to go with that for a while, that looks pretty cool. No, I'm not. Oh, now I've got like an angelic, crazy glow. That one looks okay, that's a bit more natural. Put the colour up to about there. I've got some, if you're wondering, I've got some Philips Hue lights underneath my desk as well. Oh, I know this is just a test stream due to your last stream having issues, but are you going to do more solo streams? Well, you know, I'm going to miss my partner in crime, Bill, if that happens. Having said that, Bill and I were talking and realising, because we talked about having a third person on stream, which we might do for a couple, but I'm realising the format changes a lot depending on how many people there are. So if it's something like I'm going to cover Sonic trivia, for example, it's probably better for me to do that solo. But then equally, I kind of think there's something great when Bill and I link up. We bring very different perspectives on things. I bring if I dare say so, like a real technical perspective to things, whereas Bill brings this really artistic and creative side of it. I wonder, I mean, it's like Sonic, Tails and Knuckles having three of us, isn't it? It might be a bit overkill. Tough to say, really. I pointed this out last time, but the Gallop thing comes from Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. I feel like I have to point out trivia when I play Sonic games now. It's kind of just what I live and breathe, and I spend hours on web forums on the net. Whenever I'm bored or if ever I'm having a bad day, Sonic trivia is kind of like this comfort food for me. I know, I'm weird, but it's okay. Adam, just seen Games and Cardboard has said jump in someday. I think that'd be awesome, man. I'd love to have you on. I love, because I know your bro a little bit from back in the day. And we met once or twice, but I don't know if you remember me or not. But I really like all your comments that come up on the streams and stuff. So if you ever want to jump in, honestly, it'd be really cool. I'd love to do a Bomberman game where we do sort of maybe 5 or 6 player Bomberman and just have the lols, you know, just play it casual, but I don't know, expose people to just how insane Bomberman is in its multiplayer. Have I played Persona yet? I haven't. It is on my to play list. I'm also looking at the Yakuza series at the moment. Silent Hill. Can you imagine playing something like Silent Hill on here? I assume you're talking about the PS1 version, not talking about any of the... Well, not that Konami really make games anymore. Konami. I tell you, Konami disappointed me so much. I mean, they used to be such a good developer, and then it's like they've just thrown away all these great franchises in recent years. So annoying. I tell you what I do want to play, speaking of survival horror, is a bit more Resident Evil 6 and maybe Village as well. Those games look really, really quite cool. It does feel like I'm about to play through the whole game, doesn't it? I'm only on the 3rd stage. Yeah, I'm going to see how I get on. I mean, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? Okay, so we're at 10 to 5, so it might be possible. I've got my friend sort of texting me going, "Hey Tom, can we catch up on the phone? Hey Tom, what time do you finish work?" All of that stuff. And instead I'm going to be like, "Lol, sorry, couldn't hang out, had to stream. It was like important to my well-being." These bosses, I'm making them look easy. They're actually really quite tricky when you first play it. It's only because I've got Supersonic. And he pretty much does... Okay, so I was accused of not pointing this out last time. I felt like I did. That 07/22/16 comes from... You see the date at the bottom of the monitor. That comes from when Sega announced Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. And they basically bodged up the stream. And they just had this sound you can hear in the background. I'll stop talking for a minute. That kind of buzz was playing in the background of Sega's stream. And yeah, they've kind of very self-awarely referenced this kind of bodged stream at the bottom there. So it's not just me that has dodgy streams. Sega themselves have them. I love this cutscene. The fact it's got flying battery returns and you run and jump on there. It's such a good feature. One of the things I was so glad about with this game was I went in spoiler free, which for somebody like me was actually quite difficult because, you know, I'm always following what's going on in kind of Sonic fandom and all of that stuff. But yeah, I actually succeed. I wonder what's down here. Oh, I've never actually been... Oh, nothing there anyway. I've never actually... what was I going to say? Yeah, very rarely would I be able to stay spoiler-free with a franchise that I like as much as this one, but I actually managed on that occasion. And I was so glad I did, because there were so many surprises. I mean, there was a few things that I'd sort of picked up on from the intro movie. You know, like I knew, for example, that Flying Battery was coming back. But things like that cutscene that just displayed, yeah, it came to me as a brand new cutscene, and even a lot of the levels I didn't know were going to be in the game. So yeah, I was so glad I stayed spoiler free for this game, and I'm just really, really hoping that we get a Mania 2 announcement soon. There's lots of rumours at the moment about Sega making potentially up to 3 new Sonic games this year. And one of the most rumoured is that they're going to do a Sonic Adventure remake, which would be cool. I mean, I'm a big Sonic Adventure fan, but I'm really, really hoping for Sonic Mania 2. It's such a good game, and I feel like a lot of the kind of minor flaws in this game actually came about because of Sega sort of insisting on things like that they featured lots of the old levels, whereas it would have been better to have more new stages. And I just feel like if Mania 2 happens, they'll be allowed to do pretty much what they want, because this will be a commercial success. And yeah, I really hope that happens. Honestly, like, I can't say how much. I'm just gonna try and read some of the comments whilst I play, which is always a mistake when you're running around at the speed of sound. Yep, Flying Battery Zone, and a really good version of it as well. Adam of Blastwork says hello, so I also will say hello, or Guten Tag as the Germans would say. What would it be in Japanese for the afternoon? I'm just trying to think. Bill, you would know because you've been to Japan. I feel like it's Ohayo gozaimasu. I know that's good morning. It'll come back to me. Games and Cardboard is now trolling his own channel. Yeah, I mean, what is that about, Bill? I love the fact that you're watching your own channel as well. I feel like I need to rename this stream because it doesn't look like it's going to get deleted. I feel like this is going to be, yeah, an example of what we felt like the Sonic Mania stream should have been like. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, which, you know, I'm aware people do kind of jump in, I was saying earlier that these kind of spontaneous streams in the middle of the day, they might creep up from time to time. So if you want to be part of that, then what I'd recommend you do is not only smash that like button, but also hit the notification bell, because the reason a lot of people have joined this is that they've done that and then suddenly seen, why is there a top secret confidential stream? Because I thought I'd entitle it enticingly, and yeah, that's where they come from. They saw that, you know, I was doing something random, and here they are. So if you want to see it next time round, yeah, drop that a little like and hit the bell as well, because I've got to say, it is fun doing this, and I'm well up for keeping people on their toes with a couple of surprise streams when you least expect it. Yeah. and so far, so good. I feel like the quality is definitely improved. Yeah, I also think, by the way, just catching what's in the comments, Eggy Boy, I think your real name is Dr. Ivo Robotnik III, Esquire, Rovingham, Sir, Geraldine. That's what I think your full name is. No, I don't know. Do you want to give away your full name? I mean, my full name is T-Dog. That's my full name, legal name. Yeah, sometimes I go by Tom as a nickname, but my real name is actually T-Dog. Or T the Dog. It's always a funny one, isn't it, with real names and the internet. I mean, I don't have mine like super secret, but some people know this, some people don't. I actually work a lot with teenagers in my working life, and so I tend to always go by T-Dog for that reason. Now, it's not, if any teenager I was working with found this channel, I really wouldn't mind it. In fact, if anything, it would probably be an asset to my youth work, because they'd be asking loads of questions about streaming, and you know, it'd be another way I could build a rapport. But having said that, I would never sort of go out and out to promote this to one of my clients or whatever it was, because it's just not really appropriate. You know, you're not meant to be having contact outside of hours. So yeah, that's why I've always gone by T-Dog as a name. I needed some kind of cover, and it was also a nickname I had at university. So Kick Bill, yeah, that's a good idea. I could kick Bill out of his own channel, although technically I'm streaming from his account, so I feel like I'd be therefore kind of somehow kicking myself. But you know, he's dropping the abuse, so yeah, I feel like actually, as a good moderator, I do need to kick him. Sorry, Bill, you're out, I'm afraid. Actually, people wouldn't know whether Bill might not even be on this stream. It might be me posting from him. You've all just assumed that that's Bill, but it could just be me talking to myself. I've done crazier things, to be fair. I mean, as far as I go, that's pretty tame, really, compared to some of the crazy stuff I've done on the stream. Out the cardboard house. Oh, I tell you, the one thing I feel like I'm lacking is cardboard. I mean, I've got a couple of old cereal boxes I could try and put together into some kind of Iron Man suit or something, just to try and, yeah, like make up for the lack of Bill in my life. But the lack of Bill does feel very cardboardless. T the Dog. Yeah, I have taken over Bill's channel, and I'm also going to take any donations. So if you want to donate 50 grand, go right ahead. It all goes to me. Now, I know what Bill's line is with donations, and much like myself, we both feel, you know, we've got jobs, we pay our way, so we don't tend to go for Patreons and things. But what is really appreciated, which I, you know, feel like I'm, yeah, sort of like begging here, but yeah, those subscribes, those likes, particularly if you like it or reshare it, that really does help the channel. And being completely honest with you, it's so much fun when there's a crowd to enjoy the game with me. Having said that, there's already a crowd enjoying the game with me, and I'm just so thankful for that, you know. Like, if nothing else, I feel like we've got already a really good community. I've only been doing this streaming with Bill for, yeah, like a few weeks now, and already we've got like a crew, which is great. Bill was never actually... oh, wow. Ah, that happened. Oh, man. I was going for a deathless run, and then I let my guard down. Well, this will be fun. I can fight the boss without supersonic now. I can't believe that happened. Yeah, it has become the full playthrough, hasn't it? But hey, I'm sensing that's not such a bad thing on this occasion. It's quite funny doing a full playthrough, having only done a full playthrough with exactly the same character, just oh dear. I definitely need to concentrate on the game rather than talking. Although the good thing is, I'm giving you a bit of an insight now into, you know, I was saying it's actually can be quite a tough game. Well, this is hopefully giving you a bit of an insight into the fact that it's not just a massive DOS fest of the game. You do actually have to concentrate a bit. Getting bullied by your own boy. Poor Bill. He was just like, oh, I'm just going to have an afternoon to chill. And now he's got to put up with his stream being taken over by a strange guy from up the road. And he can't even come and see me because, you know, I still might have COVID symptoms. So he can't come round and bust in the house and go, I want my stream back, because he might get the bug. So it's great. COVID's working in my favour today. Just reading. I still love you, Bill. You're the best. I don't think he's the best. I think he's the second best. You know, he's still good, but obviously, you know, I sort of take the lead in that regard. You know, he's okay. He's passable, I would say. But I do have the love for him, I've got to say. I mean, I feel like perhaps the greatest gift he's given me is control of his entire channel to just take over whenever I want. I might just start doing this every day from now on. I won't even tell Bill. I'll just be like, oh, that hang glider, by the way, is from Sonic 2 on the Game Gear or Master System. For those of you in North America, the Sonic 2 didn't come out over there, unfortunately, on Game Gear. Sorry, on Master System. It's essentially the same as the Game Gear version, but a bit more polished and easy to play, mainly due to the screen resolution. You're not kind of cramped in like on Game Gear. So there you go. Unknown Sonic games. So I got that in Sonic Tuesday in 1992. I got the Mega Drive version and the Master System. Just because the 8-bit games are always like extra bonus Sonic content in some ways. They were never as good. I think everyone knew they weren't going to be as good, but they were always interesting. One thing I always appreciated was that Sega made slightly different games for the 8-bit platforms, so it gave you a reason to get both. And it made that kind of wait in between Sonic games a little less painful, didn't it? Not T-Dog, the best! I mean, I was hoping I could take Bill's title here. I was hoping I'd impress you so much with my confidential secret stream, which nobody was meant to see. But alas, you know, you all still want Bill back, and that's fine. I mean, from now on, Bill's going to play the games, not me. Bill can play them. That'd be interesting. Bill, I can't wait until we can actually hang in person, bro. It's going to be awesome. Like, you know, we'll be able to actually play some of these games side by side again. It's going to be great. I mean, I love the 2 streams we did where we could actually hang out in person around at mine, but yeah, I mean, I think it's great that we went this route of using Discord and keeping it going just to get momentum, but there's no real substitute for kind of co-op couch play, is there? So yeah, as soon as we're allowed to, we'll definitely be getting back on that. Be interesting to see what games we end up playing. I'm still really keen to do a bit of Streets of Rage 4, which I don't think Bill's played yet, and yeah, will definitely be one of the streams we go for soon. I just realised, like, one of my pals called Wayne, or we call him El Wayno, or Big Daddy Wayne, he's going to be gutted because this stream wasn't announced and he'll have missed it. I'm going to have to... In fact, Bill, that's your homework. You need to drop Big Daddy Wayne a quick message to say that the secret stream of doom is happening right now, and that I've given him a shout out as well. Could even hunt for things at Car Boots. Yeah, be well up for that. If Car Boots are ever legally allowed to open again, then we should definitely do that. That's what Oak City does quite a bit of that. I've been watching their stuff. It's really quite cool. Would this game be 32, 64, or 128? So technically it'd be 32 in terms of if we're talking about it at technical level as a CPU, but I don't think that's really what we're getting at. In terms of what systems it can run on, I reckon Sega Saturn could just about do it if it was very well programmed. I feel like this game could actually run, in fact the developers even said they could get this up and running on Dreamcast, but they'd have to compromise a couple of the effects, they were saying. I don't think they'd have to compromise too much, mind you, but just enough that, yeah, we'd maybe lose a couple of gradients here and there. Tell Bill to make Altered Beast that. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be an awesome one. And you did one of those back in the day, Bill. I remember you had your your Altered Beast back in the kind of pre-cardboard days, back when you did Streets of Rage and Wilson turned up with a machine gun and stuff. You also had an Altered Beast video. That'd be really cool. Oak City missed the past 2 streams, felt so bad afterwards. I was like, oh, I missed it. The Great British Cardboard Channel. That's us, you know. I mean, now that Brexit's happened, we're hoping to increase our exports of this channel around the world. Now that there's going to be new trade deals, we can get increased likes and everything. Oh, I just got spiked. And I just got frozen. Although the freezing's intentional, to be fair. You kind of have to do that to make progress. So this stage, this is a bit of T-Dog trivia here. This isn't something that's come from the sites and things. I feel like this particular level was directly based on 2 things. Firstly, I feel like it was based on Retro Sonic, which was the fan game that kind of predated Sonic Mania. Particularly Christian Whitehead, who's the main guy. Oh, look, fire shield. That's pretty cool. I bet that will melt everything now. Yeah, it looks like it does. That's really cool. So I hope that's made me immune to the ice. Anyway, yeah, I was going to go for my anecdote. Yeah, so Christian Whitehead, who made Sonic Mania, before he made Sonic Mania, was making a fan game called Retro Sonic, and it had a level that looked just like this. And I feel like that's, yeah, he basically just thought, right, well, I've already started making the level, I'm going to finish it up, and I think that's where this came from. But the other place is that Sonic 2 was originally going to have invincibility and a bonus stage. Yeah, British breakfast exit. I mean, I exited my breakfast already. What's Eggy Boy saying? 64 bits. I'm going to take a moment to read some comments, I think. I'll let myself die here so I can read the comments. 64 bits, 32, 16-bit, 8-bit. Yeah. It's funny, the bitness that gets talked about. Very few people know what that even means. And yeah, in some ways, it kind of lost meaning once we got past 64 bits. So now, if you have like a super duper processor, it will actually be it will be 64 bit. Like, basic bitness kind of stopped once we got to 64 bit. People take it to mean kind of the power of game systems, but it never really meant that. That was just kind of marketing spiel. Like, bitness is to do with, yeah, basically how many bytes of memory can be addressed at the same time by a processor. But once you get to 64-bit, it loses all meaning because you could never really get much higher than that, or there wouldn't be reason to. Yeah, anyway, I feel like that's something, if you're interested in it, you could look up some kind of technical tutorial that bitness doesn't mean what we think it does. It's classic British breakfast with an exit. It certainly is. I mean, people always wondered, what was Brexit? And they said, well, you know, Brexit means Brexit. And now we know Brexit means breakfast. I wish Brexit did mean breakfast, because I could really go for my second breakfast right now. That's an Lord of the Rings reference, isn't it? Speaking of kind of British cultural exports. That's what, I think it's Frodo or someone who goes on about that. Witness the bitness, and witness the fitness that is the British teeth. Yeah, Bill doesn't know what it is, and he lives in the country. Maybe sometime, and I won't do it on a stream because politics is very, very controversial, but maybe sometime I'll try and explain it, because I'm one of these weirdos who follows politics, I'm afraid, but pretty determined that this will be a safe space, streaming. We don't want it to be dominated by politics. But yeah, obviously I've got my own perspectives on Brexit and the like, and like I said, I don't think I'll give those away on the stream here, purely because, yeah, once you start to politicise, yeah, you really lose something with these kind of channels. I think let's keep this somewhere where whatever our political allegiance is, yeah, we can just bond over a shared love of games, and particularly this one. I feel like this game makes the world a better place. I just love the fact that this even exists. I mean, it's, oh dear. I wish I was a bit better at it sometimes when things like that happen and I start losing loads of rings. But yeah, I'm just so pleased that this game even exists. Like, it's amazing that Sega greenlit it, it really is. And can you imagine being in the position of being Christian Whitehead, who sort of made this game and pitched it to Sega? You would have to pitch it so carefully, wouldn't you? To try and get permission to take on, like, because Sonic, okay, you know, Sonic isn't as popular as it was, but it's still a massive, massive franchise, and to get the permission to do it is really quite something. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I sort of waxed lyrical about it last time I was streaming, talking all about how amazing I thought it was, and yeah, the more I play it, the more I think that's the case, really. I just think it's really, really well put together. You, me and Bill can sit... Yeah, definitely. We need to do that. We need to explain politics to Bill, I feel. I mean, I can actually understand, though, not taking much of an interest in politics, because for your average person, it feels very far removed from anything you can influence in any way. I think the reason I like in particular, and I'm going to give away a little bit of my leanings here. The reason I'm particularly interested in politics is I'm part of a sector, work-wise, that has really been decimated by government cuts. So the effect of government spending actually is pretty significant for me. You see, working with teenagers in youth clubs. I'll let myself die here because get back to the main action. Yeah, working in youth clubs, youth centres have been really cut by the last few governments. So for me, there is quite a profound difference between the political parties. But if I was in a different sector, I don't feel like it. Yeah, maybe it would be as apparent. But I've really seen sort of not just myself, but a lot of my colleagues kind of lose their whole kind of line of work really, because of cuts to public fund. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because this isn't Sonic and politics. This is T-Dog taking over Bill's stream, doing a mysterious test stream that never ends. So that's enough about politics, I feel. I can't stop watching cursed images with bad music on YouTube. Bro, if you find any really cool ones, then let's go for it. Not helping you say you wax intelligent in your last stream. Now I'm even more sad. Bro, just check it back. I mean, it's basically this stream, but with very, very low image quality. We had some huge errors crop up in OBS. And it was come down to a couple of things. Part of it was to do with the way Sonic Mania does what's called exclusive full screen, and without going into it too much, it basically makes it very difficult to record. But I found it was possible to change the settings, and that's what's improved the game quality. And then we had this really weird error where Discord wouldn't let me throw Bill into the video call for ages, and that was really annoying. And then it started dropping frames when we actually did stream. So anyway, all good things came from it because this stream was born out of me going, right, I want to fix it. I just seen that Games from Cardboard is saying we'll drop them in the Discord. For those who haven't already, do jump on our Discord. I'm a bit biased because, you know, it's one of my communities, but it's a really, really cool little group. And me and Bill, you know, I think we're pretty active on there, really. A lot of creators wouldn't be as active as we are, and we will kind of respond to things. And if you have suggestions for streams, if there's something I missed on here, whatever it may be, just jump on in. Honestly, like, it's a really, really cool stream, and really cool server, and there's quite a few people watching now are part of it too. So yeah, jump in on Discord. I feel like I'm missing a couple of references here that I'm not making. So this level comes, as you probably guessed, from Sonic CD. Stardust Speedway it's called. Sonic CD is an interesting game. I feel like that would be another one that we need to sort of cover at some point in the future. I always felt like it was almost like a remix of Sonic 1. You know, very similar gameplay style, very similar levels. I mean, this one basically is a bit like, Starlight Zone in Sonic 1. I've always felt. Anyway, having said that, does look very cool. I'm going a bit slowly here because I'm going back on myself. Which always used to happen in the original one because, you know, you do just kind of, if you're not careful, you can just keep going back and forth like that. But yeah, it is a cool level though. I really like this one. I mean, to be fair, when have you heard me go, oh yeah, that Sonic Mania level's rubbish? I don't think I've said that once on either stream. I've been a bit more intentional in how I'm playing. Oh look, so I'll just show you this. So in Sonic CD, you find Metal Sonic and he looks just like that with the little cannon. Then you hit it and then that changes the future. So that's where it comes from. Don't know. Rhyming is alright as long as it's not too shoehorned in. Rhyming is timing when you're doing lots of crimings. Audiality has posted the Discord. Thanks for that, buddy. Also, really enjoyed a few nights ago, myself and a few others from the Discord. We played on Sonic Robo Kart 2. Audiality was one of those, and we had a really, really good sesh. So yeah, if you fancy giving that a go, it's kind of basically Mario Kart. Oh, I forgot that sends you the wrong way if you hit that. Yeah, it's basically Mario Kart, but like a free version of free online play that you can play on PC. We had a really, really good sesh the other night, so yeah, we're likely to do a little bit of online gaming. If that's something that interests you, jump in on the Discord server and I'll let you know when we're arranging it. I hate this boss. Oh wow, he's kind of glitching a bit here. Okay, he is working properly. I'd say this is the toughest boss in the game, definitely. Personally, maybe I'm a bit of a sadist, but I quite like him because he's a bit more challenging. And I like the fact that they actually really did something with Metal Sonic. I'll tell you where you can get stuck if you're not careful. It's with your timings with Super Sonic. Because if you turn in Super Sonic too early on, which I did last time we streamed, it becomes incredibly difficult. Whereas, yeah, this isn't... I'm kind of doing it the way I'd have liked to have done it last time I streamed. Oh no, I did get in that time. I thought I'd best up to find him. Amazing boss, this one. Yeah, it's so cool that they actually really played to the fans there as well, because obviously Metal Sonic is hugely popular as a character, and they really went all out with him. Something I always notice is the background here being in 3D as well. I don't know if it's hugely visible to people. I'm actually taking a risk doing it this way. Oh, that was so annoying. I kind of knew that was likely to happen, but I just felt like I wanted to take the risk. That's alright, I can do this one without Super Sonic. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Let's move my mic a bit closer. There we go. This is where it starts to get a bit more tough now. The drop dash is invaluable in this game. The drop dash is Sonic's new move. If you haven't picked up on that I'm doing that. Oh dear, I think I'm going to get myself killed here. This is actually the toughest boss. Quite apart from being quite cool, it's also the toughest, I would argue. I mean, this bit is tough. One of the interesting bits of trivia here is this particular part of the boss wasn't originally in the game. Oh man, I'm playing so bad. Okay, I'm going to do it properly this time. Yeah, this particular boss wasn't originally in the game. So when it first came out, this bit worked really differently. There was a wall of spikes. Metal Sonic was normal size and just walked towards you at normal pace. I'm just going to try something. I can't remember this. Ah, okay, so that makes it a million times easier. It says. Yeah, I would say this is definitely, in my opinion, the toughest boss in the game. Just is quite difficult, which is a good thing, because a lot of Sonic games, particularly if you've played the others, you kind of can just, yeah, like blitz the bosses often in these games. And it's good that this one's a bit more difficult, I think, personally. I can see why people hate it. T-Dog, man, it's funny to see you playing a Sonic game you haven't played since you were a kid. Yeah, I know, but I kind of feel like this is one that I did play since I was a kid. It's got exactly the same, yeah, kind of feel to it as the originals. It says, I have work to do, I'm watching in the background. Cool. Hope it goes well. Metal Sonic looks edgy. He certainly did. It's funny, you feel like you're getting towards the end of the game here, and then all of a sudden, it all starts to, yeah, just go back to, like, this is only the second stage in Sonic 3. So you go from feeling like, right, you know, I'm right near the end, to suddenly, oh, wait, I'm nowhere near the end. It's a really long game. I mean, I feel like it takes at least a couple of hours to play through. Which is why I'm a bit, like, conscious that playing it now in the middle of the day probably isn't the most sensible time to start a full playthrough, but you know, needs must. The fans are demanding it, so what a shame I have to play Sonic Mania. I'm so sad about that. Oh, Rugrats? Huh? I definitely got that. Oh look, and the... Oh, it's a glitch, isn't it? How interesting. You don't often get glitches, but occasionally you do. There we go. Who needs music? I don't need music. I'm happy with my silence. Boing, boing. How funny. The sound of silence. This feels really eerie. This is creepy without the music. I suspect the music will restart when I get an extra life or something similar, or even if I start drowning again. But you know, the sound of silence, it helps me to chill out, take in the aesthetic, read some of the comments. Oh, what? Yeah, there's a glitch wheel that's turned off the music. I always think he sounds like he says Rugrats there. Rugrats? Rugrats? Doo-dum. It's really eerie. I'm so used to that super immersive music and all of a sudden it's gone. It's a game-breaking glitch. When the music's as good as this, it's just wrong that it turns off, I feel. Okay, so I've got 50 rings. Oh wait, but I turned off the supersonic music, so I don't feel like this will reactivate music either, no. Oh, eerie. No music. Yeah, I've had this glitch before. It does re-enable itself after a while. But very odd, isn't it? I'm kind of just taking it in, like a... Oh, there we go. The tunage has returned. I realised I kind of morphed in supersonic at quite a bad time, really. Because I'm seriously low on rings right now. I might even hit up a bonus stage just to get something. There was no music. Where's the tunage? Sonic. Sonic.exe. Ooh, almost got Eggman. This music that you're hearing in the background here comes from Sega Sonic the arcade game, which is a really, really obscure 93 game. I've mentioned that on stream before because I've had the rare privilege of actually playing it on original hardware. They had a Sega Sonic the arcade machine here in the UK, down in Weymouth, which is one of the seaside towns. Right, I should have enough rings now. Yeah, and a lot of people don't think it ever came to Europe, but it did, and I played it. I had the privilege. That's weird, I don't think my rings actually went up. This is always cool music as well, so it's even sadder that this particular music track got cut out. To be fair, I feel like music has consistently been good in the Sonic games. I don't feel like there's a Sonic game, yeah, or at least a mainline one that's had bad music. Apart from maybe, I mean, that Sonic Genesis on the Game Boy Advance we played obviously was pretty abysmal music-wise. But apart from that, it's quite hard to... Maybe Sonic 4, like a lot of people say they don't like Sonic 4's soundtrack, but I didn't... maybe I'm in a real minority. I don't think it was so bad myself, the music. I mean, gameplay-wise, this just embarrasses it in every possible way. This is what Sonic 4 should have been, really. You know, they should have got this team to do it back then, but unfortunately they already used the title Sonic 4. Otherwise, that would be the perfect name for Sonic Mania. They could have just called it Sonic 4. Just reading some of the comments. That's weird. Oh, there we go, it's worked that time. Musica, says Eggy Boy. I love that name, by the way, Eggy Boy. It's quality. It's like it combines the combined power of Gangster and Eggman. Rugrats. I'm going to run out of invincibility before I fight the boss. But this boss, I don't think I've ever actually been hit on this boss coming up. It's particularly easy, I'd say. I might muck around my webcam in a minute, because I just noticed I keep on going like that. Unless I sit back like this, and then I can, yeah, I'll be in the view I think the boss I think is most annoying, I've realised, is the last boss. As in the last one with Supersonic. I died 2 or 3 times on it last time I played it. I don't know why I find it so difficult. I think it's possibly just that... Ooh, almost got hit there. Just that I don't really know how to do it, basically, and it might be as simple as that. But yeah, this one is particularly a bit boring. I will be going to work soon. Please keep it going though, Tom. Maybe. I'll see how I get on. I mean, the thing is, I do have other things I have to do in my life. Oh, almost got hit by that bomb. See, if the bomb had got up to me first, then I'd have taken damage there. So, what I'm trying to do is get Eggman and then stop the fan going so the bomb doesn't hit me. So I should be okay here, because I've got a good lead. Okay, so that's him dead. It's a pretty easy boss, really. I don't think I've ever actually got hit, but I came close there. It's funny how the test stream has now just become the Sonic Mania playthrough. Right, I'm going to muck about with my webcam a moment whilst it's in this cutscene. Right, move that up. So if I pull that down, need to go into. So I'll pause that. I'm just going to play with this. Yeah, that kind of works a bit better. I stay a bit more in focus now. Okay, I think that's good. Continue, Sesame. You're near completion, right? Not really. I've probably got another like 40 minutes or thereabouts to go. I might be able to do it. I mean, it's my dad Eggman. I've just seen Eggy Boys say. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it. It's more like real life concerns, if you like. Like I've still got a bit of work I want to get done today, but you know, I might just have to do that tonight because you know, Sonic Mania is calling me. It is calling me intensely to play it. And I think, you know what? Yeah, we've got a good group of you tuning in, so I think I'm just going to commit and I'm going to go for it. I'll get it finished. If you haven't already, by the way, do drop a little like to the channel and subscribe, because this, as I've sort of alluded to already, was a real out of nowhere, middle of the day, I just decided to do a stream, and I will be doing a few more of these, so yeah, drop us a like, a subscribe, and ding the bell of doom, because you never know when I'm going to be streaming. I'll just keep you completely in suspense. I mean, having said that, yeah, I do have responsibilities and a job and a life and stuff, so I won't be doing it loads, but I kind of got through what I needed to work-wise today, so I kind of feel, you know what, I've done the work. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more tonight, and I've kind of earned it. I mean, what point is there to life if you can't play Sonic Mania on a stream? There really is no point. Do it! I'm going to go back to Discord, be back in a sec. Okay, Eggy Boy? Back to Discord. And just getting back to my original purpose for this stream, is there any sort of alterations that might be needed? The reason I say that is that I'm really keen at this stage to get my default stream settings pretty clean, and particularly after the issues we had the other day. So if there is a change that's needed, whether it's the volume on the game, whether it's yeah, like I maybe need my mic up or down or whatever it might be, just drop it in the comments, because then I can kind of action it. And yeah, this is not kind of a, if you like, a usual stream. This is really meant to be me testing it, and then Sonic Mania has just taken over my time, as it so often does. But yeah, any alterations, please do chuck them my way. Oh yeah, here comes the boss that I think, yeah, this is another boss that a lot of people would find pretty tricky, I think. All looks fine here, that's good to hear. One change needed, more Bill please. I'll see what I can do. I might have to get him to pull in a sickie from work, because otherwise we will be Bill-less. Or maybe he should just quit his job and do this full time. There you go. Yeah, picking up, I think it was Staircase asking me, would I be doing any solo streaming? At the moment, I'm already streaming sort of 2-3 times a week with Bill. I don't feel like I could really fit in many more streams at the moment, particularly once things start to open up again as well with lockdown, depending when that happens. Yeah, it's just very tricky to sustain more than 3 streams a week. But yeah, having said that, you know, if it's something where that would work as content, then I could definitely consider it. But at the moment, I'm really enjoying just linking in with Bill. You know, we get on really well. We have a really natural way of working together. But you know, I'm open to it. I mean, I suppose in some ways, what is always helpful is to know if there's anything that should be changed or anything that would work better with one of us or with the other. One of the things that we were talking about the other day is that it can be a real challenge to try and balance the references to the game and reading the chat, and the references to the game and reading the chat. And most of the time we get it right, but there are times it's a little bit tricky. Catch up soon, Bill. Enjoy working away whilst I sit here streaming away. Oh man, I feel bad. I'm on your channel using your stuff and you just have to go and sit at work. So this stage is kind of a remake in some ways of Sky Chase Zone, mixed in with elements of a stage called Dust Hill Zone, which was originally planned for Sonic 2. There's only a mock-up of Dust Hill that was ever produced. They never actually got round to programming it into the game. But yeah, so they reused some kind of old concept levels here. There was also a plan when Christian Whitehead made Sonic CD. He was going to add a new level called Desert Dazzle, and that was in place of a missing level from Sonic CD. Sonic CD has like a mysterious level. No one really knows quite what it is. The prevailing theory is that it's like an updated version of Marvel Zone. But yeah, it never made it into the final game. But anyway, where I was going with all that was Christian Whitehead started developing the level. Oh dear, botched up my timing there, big time. But never, was allowed to put it into the updated Sonic CD. Sega wouldn't let him. And then he reused the assets to make this stage. So yeah, it's just a bit more of a kind of random bit of trivia. You get the big bad egg. Adam, you're doing well at shirking your responsibilities. Like me, you and I are doing well today in responsibility shirking. Boom! I think I'm in the real minority in that I actually enjoy both Sky Chase and this zone. A lot of people really don't like Sky Chase, but I always thought it was pretty cool. That bit sometimes gets me though. And sometimes here the camera can end up glitching you off the plane if you're not careful. Do you notice that light comes from Starlight Zone? I thought that was quite a cool touch. It's got cool music too. Right, so another one of those big rings. Those do work exactly like they do in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, including giving you 50 rings if you've already got Super Sonic unlocked. For those that are a bit observant, you might notice I did implement one mod into this playthrough, which is normally when you Super Sonic, the music all changes to the Super Sonic theme. I've actually put on a mod that means that the music stays what it should be. Hi Games Made of Cardboard, hi Sonic the Hedgehog, we're honoured to have you. Make our acquaintance. I think you tuned in the other night, didn't you? I remember seeing your name come up and being like, wow, the Sonic the Hedgehog is watching the stream. So, just so you know what's going on here, if you remember that stream, we had quite a few technical issues. I decided today that I was going to try and iron some of those out and do a kind of 5-minute test stream just to see how the audio, how the video, all of that stuff worked. And then, as often happens, people tuned in and were like, we're playing Sonic Mania. And then I've been egged on, pun intended, to play the whole thing. And it looks like I'm going to do it. Have I played Open Surge? I haven't played Open Surge. So, maybe... I don't know if you've joined our Discord, Sonic the Hedgehog, but if you do, jump in and play it. Oh, catch you later. Thanks for tuning in for like 2 seconds. Sky Chase Zone is amazing. It is, isn't it? I always thought it was a really cool stage. That's Beam the Dynamite from Sonic the Fighters there, if you're wondering who on earth that weird duck is. Another game that I played in the arcade, which is quite cool. And it's also available on PlayStation Now, bizarrely. It's a really weird game to be available there. So, the second stage of this one plays more like a conventional Sonic stage. I must admit, although I enjoyed that stage, it's actually quite tough to sort of keep the 50 rings and all that stuff. It's quite a relief to get back to normal Sonic gameplay here. So, in case anyone hasn't already, do drop a link and give us a quick like, and even if you're so inclined, hit the notification bell if you're interested in seeing more streams like this, because this one, as I've sort of shared, it came out of nowhere, and I'm not going to lie, I'm enjoying it enough that I think I'm going to be doing that more often. So don't want you guys missing out. So I'm wondering what this Open Surge is that's been mentioned. I'm wondering if it's some kind of really cool Sonic fan game or what it might be. It'd be intriguing to see. I was planning on doing a couple of the Sonic fan games in the near future, I mean, obviously there's still lots of mainline Sonic titles to play as well, but I think the fan games are actually pretty interesting, and I've got to be honest with you, I like feeling like I'm playing something different. I don't like to play the same thing that's been played 100 times on a stream. I like giving everybody a bit of a fresh experience, including myself. Part of the reason this game has been good is that even though it did well, I mean, it sold, I think it sold like 2 million odd units. A lot of people haven't played it. How is my work? It's not the easiest. I'm not a big fan of working in lockdown, if I'm honest. So what I'm tending to do is just playing it a bit by ear each day. I'm kind of doing what I need to, and then if I need to take a break because, yeah, lockdown's hitting my morale or whatever it might be, I'm tending to then work in the evening. So what I might do tonight is just work for a couple of hours tonight to make up for doing this stream now, because I've lost, I've lost like a couple of hours doing this. Having said that, it's so worth it, and particularly knowing now too that we've got some of those technical issues going, because that was probably the most stressed I've ever been on a stream last time I did this. It's like my favourite game, but I found it so stressful because I knew that there were technical issues, there were frame drops, all kinds of stuff, and it's so much better now that it's like working properly. Really, actually very satisfying to get this sorted out. Just seeing what's going on my phone. I've got a missed call from somebody. It's probably important, but we'll find out. I can call back in a bit. Oh, Oilation Zone already. Oh, definitely didn't intend to do that. Or that. I start to kind of lose concentration if I'm not careful, so I'm going to start paying a bit more attention to the game. There is a funny sort of balance you have to strike where you kind of have to pay attention both to the chat, the stream, the game, and the last thing anyone wants is just me to sit there in silence. So I kind of have to sort of keep coherent in my speech and keep coherent in my Sonic play. It's a fine art. Whoever says men can't multitask, they're definitely wrong, because I prove it when I do this streaming and I manage to do a good run and still carry on talking the whole way through. It's definitely a bit different too, not having Bill as my wingman, because ordinarily, I might go silent for a bit, and I do mean for a bit, I don't shut up for long, let's be honest about it, but Bill would kind of jump in, whereas doing it solo is a very different experience. I've got to say, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually feeling pretty chilled about it. I think now that I know that all of the sound and audio glitches are sorted, that's good. Would I ever do a full Chaos? Yes, I would love to do a full Chaos Emerald run of the Master System games. Particularly the first Sonic is one of my all-time favourite games, and I would definitely be up for doing that. I mean, that could even be the next Sonic Zone. It's something a bit casual, wouldn't take too long to play. Admittedly, it's a bit short. Sonic 2, I'm up for doing, but I'm going to need to practice a bit. I used to be able to do it back in the day, but it is a really, really tough game, that one. In fact, that's probably the hardest of the Sonic games, I'd argue. Or at least the hardest that's still quite fair. Like, there are Sonic games that are just, like a bit broken and unfair. Like Sonic 06, for example, has some game-breaking glitches that stop you from progressing. And it's because it's unfair in that respect, because it's glitches that stop you making progress. But Sonic 2 on the Master System I actually think is well put together as a game, and still really very tough, I would say. So so I'm at 26, so that's good, making good progress here. So I'm hoping I'll get done by about 6:30, and then I can do the little bit of work which I still had on my to-do list and not feel guilty any longer. I can't believe how easily I was egged on to complete the game. I kind of knew when I started streaming something was going to happen. I was planning on just doing like a 15-minute, sort of random bit of a joke, just as a bit of bonus content for people that enjoy the streams. And then, before I knew it, I was doing the Sonic Mania playthrough, which I wish I'd done the other night. But hey, it's cool. I'm up for it. And just to check in, yes, there is going to be, I just read that, the Netflix show, Sonic Prime. I hadn't caught that. I haven't actually been catching up the Sonic news today. Is there much revealed about it? I mean, presumably it's a brand new continuity rather than based on an existing one, not based on Sonic Boom or anything similar. I know this is going to sound really lame, but I am going to watch it. You know, I always watch kind of Sonic media. I was actually thinking about possibly doing a bit of a read-through of the Sonic comics from back in the 90s. And then I was getting to thinking, maybe I should do a video about Sonic the comic. I don't know if that's too out there or too weird, but you know, there might be some interesting, slightly different content. And I like to sound these things out on the stream, so yeah, that's a possibility. I feel like that wouldn't fit so much with Bill's channel, so maybe that would be where I, yeah, sort of go off a little bit solo. Oh, this is interesting, another new glitch. Did you notice it's kept the invincibility music, even though I don't have invincibility anymore? I mean, I like this glitch because I feel like I really enjoy this invincibility thing, but yeah, just weird, isn't it? There's been 2 sound glitches this stream. I don't think that's kind of a unique to the PC version problem. Maybe it could be. Tough to say, really. Have I ever played Sonic Blast for the Master System? I have had the displeasure, yeah. Not great, really. I actually originally, bizarrely, played that on my Sega Dreamcast. The Dreamcast had really, really good emulators, and it was the first time you could really play emulated games on the TV. So that was where I first ever played Sonic Blast, and I kind of felt mixed. I thought there were some redeeming features. I remember the bonus stage being quite cool. But yeah, just it didn't live up to the other 8-bit games, in my opinion. Having said that, I feel like it might be worth me giving it a bit more time. Has the game crashed? Oh no, I thought the game had crashed there because it went black for a while. Do not play Sonic Gather Battle. That's the one that has malware built into it, isn't it? It's like a fan game, and it was setting off people's virus detectors, and somebody had put malware into it. I haven't really even played much of Sonic Battle. I mean, I tried it out back in the day, and it just kind of felt like, I don't know, it just didn't feel that strong as a game to me. I think at the time on Game Boy Advance I was playing things like Gunstar Superheroes, because I was always a big fan of the original on the Mega Drive. And then I was playing Advanced Guardian Heroes as well. That was good fun. Have I played Super Smash Flash 2? No, I haven't, I'm afraid to say. Would that be a good one for streaming, possibly? Almost forgotten to... Whoa! I don't even know how I died there. I kind of just glitched under the stage. That was really weird. I feel like I had a couple of glitchy deaths here. It's normally where I do things like I just start looking at the chat. So I think what happened there was I somehow managed to glitch underneath the underneath that bit of metal, and that's how I've ended up dying. This bit here comes direct from the original Oil Ocean zone. I think everybody probably remembers this boss. But they've made it a lot more interesting than the original. This bit, that comes from Lava 3, so I'm just concentrating on getting hit and dying. Those 2 things that sort of float around a bit like snakes, they're from Lava Reef Zone, which I think is cool. You know, they've made it more varied. And you're probably sensing as well, you know, I was saying that some of these bosses can be quite hard. Well, hopefully that's beginning to come across now on stream, because I feel like last time round I just blitzed them all with Supersonic, and it was almost like I cheated last stream, I felt, because I used so much Supersonic that you didn't really get to see how the game works. So I'm kind of thankful for the glitchy deaths in some ways, because they've made it a bit more interesting. Do you think, apart from the special stage, that it would be possible to be built for Mega Drive? No, not quite. There's just a few too many colours on screen, I'd say. If we took the colours out, I'm just thinking about it. I feel like there's still too many sprites on screen. So things like, you know, the flames that appear when you go on the oil in the stage we just did, Oil Ocean. The Mega Drive wouldn't be able to put that many sprites on the screen. So I feel like that's probably where the limitation comes. And this, you see there, like moving a very big item, lots on screen. You just get like a ton of flicker and slowdown on the Mega Drive with that. I feel like gameplay-wise... Oh dear, that was a fail. Gameplay-wise, they could probably duplicate the actual gameplay style pretty well. But I feel like from a visual standpoint, there'd be quite a few compromises needed to be made. As I said earlier, I feel like the Sega Saturn could do this game. I don't feel like it'd be easy though. I feel like it would take a skilled developer. I'd actually love it if this had come out for the Saturn or the Dreamcast. But I don't know, as much as I'm biased because I love it now, I don't know how well this would have done back in the day because people were just obsessed, weren't they, with 3D back then. And I kind of feel actually, you know what, yeah, it really wouldn't have worked. Because in the market as it was then, people didn't really care about 2D games for a short while. It's all gone full circle now. People now will kind of flock to the 2D games because they're vintage or retro. But yeah, like had this been released back in the day, people just would have been going, oh, the Saturn has no power. Can you believe they put out Sonic Mania to compete with Crash Bandicoot? Crash Bandicoot's a million times better. That's the kind of thing people would be saying, I reckon. On debag. I'll read that in a second. I'm too busy being invincible. Ooh, hello. Don't run for do, Pikachu. I might even... I'm hoping that will keep the invincibility music because I quite enjoy this theme. I realise I bodged that there because normally you'd use Tails or Knuckles to fly up. But obviously you can't if you're playing as Sonic alone. There we go. That's a big change this stream. Ooh, reflexes like a cat, I tell you. Yeah, not having Tails in the background. That makes quite a big difference to the gameplay because there's no airlifting. And there's, yeah, kind of a lack of... yeah, so sometimes Tails will, if you remember from last time, he'll sort of hit a boss and you'll fall through him and things like that. It actually plays pretty different without Tails doing all that. I still think it's probably better with Tails though, because there's quite a few tricks you can do with him in this game. One of the features they built in is that you can actually get him to airlift you. Oh yeah, Clockwork Knight, but when you think about Clockwork Knight, it didn't do particularly well. Neither did Bug, neither did Astol. There are quite a few 2D platformers on Saturn, and you know, Earthworm Jim 2 being another one, and they didn't do well from a sales perspective. Like, they were fun, but yeah, I just think sales-wise back then, Sega really needed Sonic to be a big seller. Unfortunately, they completely messed things up when they handed over production of Sonic Extreme to a team that just weren't ready to make that kind of level of game. You know, they were not in a position to make a sort of generation-defining game. There's just no way. And that ended up really killing the Saturn in some ways. It's quite interesting when you play Sonic Jam on the Saturn, because that's got a segment called Sonic World. It's effectively like an early beta or alpha of Sonic Adventure made on the Saturn. And that runs really quite well. I feel like they actually could have made a full version of Sonic Adventure on the Saturn using that engine. So yeah, so I don't think it's a Saturn capable. Yeah, that is definitely a prominent glitch, the music. Just noticing Clarence Barnes pointing that out. I've kind of used it intentionally at this point because I felt like I was getting a bit bored of Lava Reef music, but now I've realised that the invincibility really does just loop, loop, loop. I don't think I'll die if this happens. So it's another one of those bosses where I can just sit here and kill him by standing around with Supersonic. So that means I can actually check some of the comments here. So on Act 2, Debug can get you to the end. Okay. Yeah, I haven't... It's going to sound strange, but I haven't really messed around with debug mode very much in this. But yeah, like, obviously I've got it unlocked because I've got all the emblems, but just haven't really had reason to use it though. So I used to use it a lot back in the day, but I actually think this game plays so well that every time I play it, I just pick up and want to play it. I'd love to see you do an Emerald run of Sonic R. Yeah, I can do that, and I can show you the sunshine in that game as well. That's absolutely no problem. I'd also do, obviously, the emblems to get all the hidden characters as well. It's funny, I know that Bill absolutely hates Sonic R with a passion, which kind of makes me want to do it even more, because he'll be like going, oh man, this game is awful. And we're going, yeah, I know. And you're still going to sit through it because I control the stream. The great thing is I've got the actual Saturn version as well, so I don't need to do any kind of PC port play. I can go straight to source and we can play it legit on the original. It always feels so much better when you're playing on an actual system, I feel. Okay, so run up here. I'm kind of hoping to get 50 rings before too long. Just because that way I can sort of run through the stage a little bit quicker. And there is a part of me that's like, I'm still conscious that I've taken like time out from work to do a random stream, so I feel like I'm going to need to make up that time. So yeah, but hey, it is what it is. I do what I do. I wonder if that ever stops that one. I can see there's. If I had Tails, I could get up there, or Knuckles, but unfortunately Sonic, even with the electric shield, can't quite jump high enough. Okay, I've got enough rings for Seeker, but I think I might stay regular for a little while. Mainly because I had fun using the electric shield. Oh, okay, I definitely won't stay for a while. For some reason I thought that was going to go behind. Never mind. So we're Lava Reef zone now, so we're not too far from the end. Play Yoshi's Island. I'd love to play a bit of Yoshi's Island. I mean, I won't be doing it today, but yeah, absolutely up for playing Yoshi's Island. I wonder how far I could get in that one, because I've never finished it. Maybe on stream is where I can finally finish Yoshi's Island. I've actually got the original cart for that too, so I feel like I should really have given that one a bit more time, because it is a really cool game. The one thing I do find with it though is that if you start playing it again, the first few levels can be a bit boring. But hey, isn't that true of so many games? It's weird that I don't find this boring. I only completed this a couple of nights ago. And here I am on it again. Bizarre. I think I can go in there, yeah. Perfect. 106 rings. Wing. Up here I go. Oh, no, watch that. Starting to lose concentration now. I'll let you in on a secret. Part of it is because I can smell that dinner is cooking in the background and it smells amazing. I think I smell some kind of bacon and yeah, it smells good. I tried on computer emulators at school, but always deleted. Yeah, you know what? Time for one of my random stories. Me and my friends, when I was in school, worked out how to break into the music room and had a really, really good computer on it. I went to a boarding school and there were no video games at all in my school. Like, this was back in the 90s. So the days of going on emulators and stuff, they really didn't exist back then. But yeah, I managed to work out how to break into the music room. I can't remember what it was now. I think it was like you could open the window or something. And me and a friend disappeared for an entire school day, and we just played a combination of Command and Conquer, the first one on DOS, and Quake as well. So we just disappeared for a whole school day. And then when they went to us like later that evening, we returned to our dormitories. They went, "Yeah, where have you been all day?" And I just went, "What do you mean, where have I been all day? Why are you following me? Are you obsessed with me?" Gosh, like I really kicked off, and for some reason I didn't get in trouble. And I have no idea why I didn't get in trouble for skipping a whole day of school to play video games, but alas, I did. Anyway, I shouldn't really be telling you that, because that's a very bad role modelling, I know, but it's too late now, it's out there on the internet. In fairness, yeah, would I do it again? Probably not, because now, and I'm being genuine and sincere here, now we have more access to things like games. This was like the dark age of computers where there were no emulators because PCs weren't powerful enough to run them yet. Or if they did, it was something called Genesis or Nesticle, which is actually quite hard to dodge, so I think I'll take the hit. Fly through. Oh wow, Okay, that was not expected. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to go off on one now about the early days of emulation, because I feel like people might find it. Is this Saturn? Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. No, definitely not Saturn. Or do you mean the music? The music here is sort of adapted from Sonic CD, which always had vocals back in the day. Saturn. I used to watch a bit of Saturn. Saturn was awesome. I was always really disappointed because here in the UK, the cartoon they chose to bring out wasn't Saturn. They brought over The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was the one that was a bit like Looney Tunes. And yeah, I was always disappointed that Saturn wasn't the one that they released. It came out much later here, when we got like cable TV. We had this channel called the Children's Channel, and I could watch Saturn on it. But I was a bit old by that point. I think I was about 14 or something, and officially I wasn't really allowed to watch Sonic cartoons. It would make me sad at that point. So what I did was just do it anyway and watch it ironically, like you had to do when you're a teenager. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm not watching this seriously. I'm watching it ironically, when in reality you just are actually genuinely enjoying watching a Sonic cartoon. It's good when you get older because you stop being ashamed of things and you're more willing to just embrace being the nerd that you are. At least that's my experience anyway. I'm definitely far more out there with my nerdiness now than I would have been when I was a teenager. That was something like Phil and I were chatting about recently. A lot of the time people idealise the 90s a bit, particularly if they were a bit younger during it. But it was actually quite a harsh time being a teenager. You weren't really allowed to be into anything in the 90s. If you had a hobby or an interest, it was kind of seen as sad. A lot of the things I really liked when I was a kid, it's like I had to just stop liking when I got to a certain age. And I can remember saying when Sonic 3 was coming out, oh yeah, no, I'll play Sonic 3. Obviously, you know, I'm a bit old for it, but I think I'll just try it out, you know, just for completion's sake. It's, yeah, much easier now, but I feel like youth culture in particular has gotten much more permissive, and you're kind of allowed to like things just because you like them now. The Sonic Underground thing, wow, that's really cool. In Rock Band 3, that's really impressive. Sonic will stand on air if you use the debug mode at the end of Lava Reef 2. Oh, I'll have to try that out. I've seen there's quite a few glitches going on as well with debug mode, ways you can skip to parts of cut content and things like that. I think on the final level, as in the boss stage, there's actually some hidden content there where the developers have thought about making that into a full level, started making it, and then maybe ran out of time. Yeah. What do people think of Sonic Underground out of interest? Because that's one that I probably gave the least time to. It came out quite a bit later than the other shows for me, and yeah, it was kind of in that age where YouTube wasn't quite up to snuff yet. Like, you couldn't just, like you can now, you could pretty much Google any Sonic show you want, and then you get a YouTube link as the second or third hit, and you can just watch it. That was never the way back in the 90s or early 2000s, so because of that I never really watched much Sonic Underground. That's the one show I feel I missed in some ways. Yeah, what do people think of it? Underground was amazing. Okay, I feel like I ought to try it out. I quite liked, there was a ROM hack came out called The S Factor, and it had Sonia and I forget what the other character's called now. I was going to call him Manic. Was it Manic? Might have been Manic. But anyway, you can play as characters from Sonic Underground. And I thought it was quite cool. I mean, interesting bit of trivia. Sonic was originally, and this came out on stream the other night, but Sonic was originally going to be in a band. That was part of Sonic's original intended design. And I feel like, ironically, Sonic Underground actually plays quite close to that original intention. It's just that the band doesn't have Max the chicken in it, or Vector the crocodile and stuff. But yeah, I'm actually fascinated by early Sonic design documents. I was going off on a bit of a Twitter binge this week, looking at some of the original design documents and comments from creators and things. It's actually really interesting. You know, I think we talked about it last time where I was joking, winding up Bill, saying, well, actually, you know, the purest Sonic does involve bestiality because he originally had a human girlfriend. Bill was like, no, it didn't. I was like, yes, it did. Yeah, it's all fascinating stuff. What if I can go... Oh, look at this. Ah, I didn't have an animation for it. I was hoping I'd get like an animation of Midget Sonic turning super there. I don't think I went this path last time. That's one of the great things with Sonic level design, is that there's so many different routes that you can go. So yeah, this is like a brand new playthrough compared to last time. I think this is one level that a lot of people don't like, Wacky Workbench. I mean, I might be thinking more... I'm going to jump in there, I think. That's an interesting theory. I just read there's a theory going around that Sonic might discontinue from Sega. I don't think that will happen. But I'll tell you what I would love to see happen would be Sonic Mania to spin off as its own series. So rather than... Right, I'm going to let myself go now because I'm quite happy with the lightning shield. Yeah, rather than just making another mediocre Sonic game, if they could make more Sonic Mania, that'd be cool. Just seeing there's a reference to the fan theory that Metal Sonic is in fact a roboticized Sonic. I really like that theory. It's one I've sort of thought about a few times, and it kind of does make sense, with particularly with Sonic CD, that essentially Metal Sonic is Sonic from the bad future where Robotnik won and managed to roboticize him, and that's why he's so powerful and so fast. Yeah, it's a good theory. I mean, it hasn't ended up being canon, but sometimes I've wondered if that's what they had in mind when they did Sonic CD. I think it's just a really cool concept, really. Very dark, but I feel like if any game had some slight darkness to it and some slight quirkiness, it probably was Sonic CD. All that stuff I was saying about the original Sonic design documents and how quirky they were, I feel like Sonic CD still has like remnants of, yeah, like an earlier time in Sonic's development. It doesn't feel consistent with the later games in certain elements, and I quite like that. Oh yeah, here we go, the boss. Yeah, the diving goggles in Sonic 1, those are really interesting. I like that they reference that in Sonic Mania as well, when you're playing as Tails and Sonic is flying the plane. He actually wears those goggles, which is quite cool. I was a bit disappointed when the Sonic prototype came out that hadn't been implemented. But, you know, it was still amazing. That prototype, I know I sort of went on about it ages when I streamed it. Glitch, try standing on that bumper on the right special stage to get... Ah, right, okay, so a bit like in sort of Super Mario Brothers, where you can bounce on the edge and you get like unlimited lives. You can come do a similar thing on the bonus stage. That's interesting. Oh man, the dinner smells so good. Honestly, I can't even begin to tell you it smells so good. That has nothing to do with Sonic Mania, but it smells so amazing. Sonia in Silver, S Factor. Yes, that was the ROM hack I was looking for the name of. Silver's a strange character. We're coming into the final stage, by the way, so looks like, yeah, I will meet my target of finishing the game in time for me to have this dinner that smells amazing. That'd be interesting if the Netflix new show turned out to be based on the movie. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, the movie's good, but part of me wonders if it has enough kind of lore and content to it to make a show. I mean, I'm biased for obvious reasons. I think I would most like it if they sort of took some of the... Because Sonic always had a big cast of supporting characters. And that, in some ways, that's one of the things people are critical about with Sonic games. But I feel like for something like a TV show or a comic, it's actually like a real opportunity, because you don't need to make characters, you could just start using them. So you could use Mighty and Ray, and you could use Spear the Chameleon, you could use all of those characters. I would actually make it a bit like almost a love letter of sorts to the Sonic games. If I suddenly had permission to make a Sonic series, I would kind of reference all the different eras of it. But I'd go in the first season, I would sort of base heavily on Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and maybe have a couple of the Chaotix characters near the end. And then in Season 2, that's when I'd start to major on kind of characters from Sonic Heroes or whatever else it was. Because I feel like there's enough characters there to make some really good stories. They don't need to, yeah, a bit like they introduced Styx the Badger in Sonic Boom. Why did they need to make Styx the Badger? She was basically just the same as Marine the Raccoon from Sonic Rush Adventure on the DS. Like, they didn't need to make yet another character. Oh man. I know my Sonic lore a little too well at times, it seems. I don't know how I got so into Sonic. I mean, I kind of always was. When I was a kid, I would just devour anything Sonic, and as an adult, what I've basically done is, obviously, you know, Sonic's just some kind of side interest of mine that I just follow the franchise, and whenever I'm sort of a bit tired or I've been out on a night out and I just need some comfort reading, I just read Sonic lore now. It's a really weird thing to do, I know, a really strange trivia subject, but I guess everybody has them. I mean, the amount of people out there who know everything about... Oh, I swear I died last time I played this too, at that point. Just reading some of the comments. So, I'm not a huge Sonic fan because I'm more of a Super Mario fanboy, but hearing Tom telling bits of Sonic and trivia makes me want to learn more, and bless you to... Ah, that's so nice. Thanks, man. That's really lovely. I mean, I do what I can to share the love of Sonic with the world. I must admit, I feel like I'm playing really badly all of a sudden. Why am I playing badly? Okay, Tom, boom, slap yourself on the head. Okay, I'm back in the room now. Sometimes I forget, you know, I go into kind of this autopilot a bit. Start talking about Sonic Netflix series or whatever, and then forget that I'm live on the internet. Oh, this is so funny. I can't believe I just died 3 times at a game I'm supposedly okay at. That's funny. That is hilarious. Okay, so now I'm actually going to concentrate. I feel like I've embarrassed myself enough there. There we go, that's better. I feel like I probably could do this deathless if I sort of really concentrated on it. My mind at the moment is more on how much I want dinner. But, you know, it's been a good run, and we're coming towards the end, so I'm just going to push on and, yeah, and get finished. I feel like Bill would be deeply ashamed of me if I didn't finish it as well, and bearing in mind he's one of the few people that sort of lives nearby at the moment. If I do get COVID again, I'll need some milk or whatever it is. I feel like Bill's going to be my man, so I can't afford to lose that friendship just yet. It's a friendship of convenience. It lets me use his channel, lets me, yeah, exploit him for stuff. So, yeah, I'd agree with Nintendo freaks about mostly being based on multiplayer Sonic 3. I feel like a lot of it is based on the bonus stages as well from that game. So when you look at it, yeah, particularly the orb things that you see everywhere, those come from the bonus stages. Oh, I thought I would do a kind of automated spin dash there, but that's actually, I'm more thinking of the originals there. I feel like I probably need to up my game slightly here, because I am on the final stage, so, and yeah, I can't really afford to play super badly here, because if I do, then yeah, it ends up kind of stretching out the stream a bit more than maybe I'd intended. And sort of in my mind, I'm kind of coming into land now, stream-wise. So yeah, so I think I'll concentrate a bit and get this done. It's funny how many people don't like this level. I still think it's good. Oh, until that happens. I suppose I can see why. I mean, I died 3 times on this stage, I think it was, tonight. And, you know, and I've played the game through and I still died. And, you know, that's with me being a sort of Sonic obsessive. So there must be some sort of inherent challenge to it. So these are the bits I was referencing that come from the Sonic 3 bonus stages. The reason that's why I find those really easy to do, because I played so much Sonic 3 back in the day. I don't actually find those too difficult, but if you hadn't played Sonic 3, those would be really quite difficult, I think. And this particular boss comes from Act 1 of Death Egg Zone in Sonic 3 as well. But they do change him up a bit here. This whole kind of reduce the gravity thing that he does, yeah, it makes him quite tricky. He's actually probably one of the more tricky. So I'm just reading through the comments. Because she wants Sonic to go back to his homeland. Is that a reference to Sonic Underground? I'm just catching up. No, I'm not sure. What do you mean, Clarence? About she wants Sonic to go back to his homeland. It can't be a reference to Madonna again, can it? Because we were talking about that on the stream the other day. Oak Cities has returned. God to you too. I almost drop dashed there and I would have gone flying off the edge. So about 20 rings. I ideally want to get to 50 here so that I can get Super Sonic back. That shield would be a big help too. So these obviously come from Metropolis Zone. Pretty much work identically to it. Should really have got those rings back there, but it'll be okay. I think I've got enough. Well, that was cool. That worked out much better than I expected it to, that bit. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? That was like a killer meme for ages, wasn't it? I felt like that meme was just never going to die. Sort of timed it with when I thought I might take a hit there. That Supersonic Warp. Oh dear, that was a fail. I can't really afford to do that too often because, you know, now that I've warped into Supersonic, it will be really problematic if I do. Oh, he says getting hit. Okay, I'm just wondering if I can... Yeah, that works. Ah, Tom, what are you doing? Come on, man, don't embarrass your entire world. Okay, that's better. I can see where this actually becomes... Oh no, I have to go this one, don't I? This becomes quite a tricky stage when you've got Supersonic, because you can very easily run out with your Supersonic powers altogether, and then you're just stuck as Sonic with no rings, so yeah, definitely can sort of see where the challenge comes in for people here. I mean, I should be fine. I should get enough rings, yeah, to sort of see it through, as it were. You can put on a mod to make it so you can cancel Supersonic, but I feel like that's cheating a bit. You know, I prefer to play it with the sort of limitations that the game puts in place for you. I mean, the cancelling is... Obviously, it's nice from a gameplay standpoint, but this kind of part of me thinks, actually, if you're going to do it legit, you have to play with that limitation in mind, and you have to time when you go super accordingly. Like I said, there's a mod you can do that enables that feature where you can cancel Supersonic, but yeah, I actually feel like it's part of the challenge to sort of go, right, okay, I can't just completely destroy the game as Supersonic. Actually, I have to time when I'm going to go super quite well, and like here I'm having to go quite quickly because I know that otherwise I run out of rings. I still feel like I probably won't quite have enough rings to tackle the boss, but I'm going to see how I get on. I mean, I'm kind of building them up fairly quickly on this particular segment, so in theory I might be okay. Just making sure I don't miss rings at this stage. I mean, this is definitely, yeah, the hardest stage in the game, I'd say. Seeing a few comments about the Sonic movie. I feel like I need to rewatch that. I've seen it a couple of times, but yeah, I really enjoyed seeing it in the cinema. Like, it was really, yeah, far better than it had any business to be, really. You'd think it'd be awful, Sonic movie, but they did a good job on that one. See, I'm just intentionally trying to get more rings. Oh dear. $25 rings, okay, that's not too bad. But it's not really on the level I need it to be. I feel like I'm going to take on the boss without Supersonic, but I mean, that's okay. yeah, I could sort of beat him without super, but obviously it's just far, far easier with him. And quicker. Because I think last time round I took him on with super, and yeah, I was able to just completely destroy the boss this stage. I really morphed a bit too early. I mean, one thing I could do would be to sort of intentionally lose a life in order to, yeah, build up some rings and then take on the boss. But I think what I'll probably do is just take on the boss without supersonic. I wonder if I can... Yes. Ah, that made a big difference. Did I see some more rings there? Beautiful. I'm gutted I can't hear the speed up boots music though, because I've got supersonic on. I always like that music. Okay, not doing too badly. I feel like the trick I missed this stream is I should have done it in Knuckles and Knuckles mode. That would have been good fun. Yeah, there's no way here that I can... There's no way I can take on the whole boss with just 10 seconds worth of invincibility, so I'm going to have to do this properly. I have to play legit. Yeah, because I've basically now lost supersonic before he's even taken his shields down, so I need to remember how best to do it. Normally I might try for a couple of hits there, but when you've got just the shield and no rings... Yeah. So I think at this point is when he gets his giant hand out. And the hand stages, like as in these little bites, have some rings, if I'm right. Yes! That's made all the difference. I feel like these bits are perhaps ever so slightly unfinished, because if you notice there's a way I could fire those back at him, but it doesn't actually do anything in game. I feel like they maybe designed it differently at first, and then went back on the idea because they ran out of time maybe. But I feel like the original intention might have been that you had to fight those in a more obvious way. Oh dear, I've lost my ring. That was damn close. Okay, get in here, get a ring. Dreamcast Sonic Mania mod. Yeah, that'd be cool. I haven't actually tried that mod. This is where I could really do with rings, ideally. Oh, and he shoots. Oh man, I played so bad. Yeah, the final boss I don't think is so good. This one I actually really like. And it's challenging enough. I lost a life there, which is cool. It's ironic. I think I actually played better the other night, even though I was a bit feeling a bit stressed out and stuff from the technical issues. Lots of spin dashing. You can tell I was hoping I might get a second hit in there. So now he's going to use his arms, isn't he? So I'll just jump up straight into it. Oh, I didn't know that about Heavy Rider and Heavy Magician. That's really interesting. I mean, yeah, girls are very underrepresented in the Sonic series, I feel. Amy Rose was always just sort of a cliche damsel in distress. So good to see possibly the first real female villain in the series, actually. I mean, I know there's like the Deadly Six in Sonic Lost World, but I mean, yeah, that's not a particularly well received game. But yeah, I just realised there aren't really very many female villains. There's a cool fan one. I forget her name now, but like who's Eggman's niece. Some fans made, yeah, kind of their own character there that was pretty cool. Wow, music's cool. Right, what way's it going? That way. You can tell I wanted to hit him, really. Should try Sonic Advance 2. Yeah, that's an interesting game. I do find there's elements of it as a game always felt a bit broken to me, Sonic Advance 2. Like, it had potential to be fantastic, and then there's just something ever so slightly off about it. I think some of it was down to the bonus stages. I seem to remember those being a little bit off, and there's quite a lot of bottomless pits, but I quite like it as a game. I'll tell you what I would be up for doing sometime is there's like a Sonic Mania mod that adds in Sonic Advance 2 stages, and that would be a cool one to do. I'd definitely be up for doing a few more mods for this game, particularly because I sort of recognise there are games that are fun to watch streams of, and this is definitely one that I can tell people enjoy, and there's plenty of content to look at. So yeah, it might well be that I end up jumping in and doing a bit more Sonic Mania content, and I might end up going with some of the mods, possibly. Okay, we're almost there. Well, I've still got that absolutely awful... oh yeah, this bit's cool. I've still got that absolutely awful end boss to do, don't I? Well, no, I won't say absolutely awful. It's only awful because, comparatively speaking, within the context of Mania, it's awful, because the rest of Mania is so good. Okay, so hopefully now, when he goes low, I should be able to jump straight on top of him and not have to worry about any... Oh no, not quite. Maybe this time round, if I get lucky and he lands near me. Oh, look at that duck tip. Something interesting there too. Those targets that he shoots come from the game that Mighty and Ray were first in, the Sega Sonic arcade game. Yeah, just random bit of trivia. Oh, really hoping for a second hit there. Just it takes quite a long time, this boss, doesn't he? Okay, so we'll go low now. But it's a bit too far for me just to do a running jump at. So he's only got one. So this should be the final time I sort of go into one. What about the pre-Mania Stardust Act 2 boss? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the game there. Getting too distracted by the chair. I'm going to try and go this way. I feel like that might be an epic fail. Yeah, that is. But there are still rings to be got. Ooh, no rings. Okay. That's added to this final challenge. Right, what's he going to do? So the tough bit here is going to be his missiles. They're going to be tough to dodge. Oh my word! I am so annoyed. Oh, I should be finishing the game now. I'm taking so long here. Okay, so 20 past 6. Oh, I can't believe I died there. Oh wow, at least it stretches out the Mania-y goodness, to be fair. I'm seriously hungry as well. I'm literally like, I want to eat food. I don't want to carry on playing a game. I want to eat food. Do, 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 do. Now spin dash into him. That's good. Oh wow, I wish I could say I planned that, but that was actually pretty fluky all round. So here come the big hands. Definitely takes like 1,000 times longer if you lose your supersonic move, doesn't it? Like if I had a supersonic here, then yeah, I'd just be walking into him and he'd be instant killed. But instead, it's pretty time consuming. I'm going to risk it, man. Kind of knew that would probably happen, to be fair, but at least got an extra hit in, and hopefully here I'll get some more rings. I have to earn my dinner. I feel like I am. I'm slowly earning my dinner. Oh no, this is the one bonus state. What? Oh my gosh, I'm playing so badly. It's just me focusing on food. That's what it is. Don't know why I'm so hungry. Right, I think I'll take him out this time. It's just getting a bit Gets a bit long, doesn't it, this boss? That was risky at the end there, but I was kind of desperately hoping I might be able to get an extra hit there. Okay, I won't feel bad. If you're always hungry, I'm in good company, I feel. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. That's really cool. So you can bounce on those parachutes. That's really cool. Oh, I've got 18 lives left. Plus, obviously continues, but yeah, I know that I'll beat it. It's just, it's taking a lot longer than I want it to, really. Sometimes you kind of feel it in your body when you're playing well and when you're playing badly. And I was like, oh man, I should have beaten this by now. In fact, I mean, really, it should have just been like run into this boss of Supersonic and then he's done. But you know, it's all good. I think that's definitely the most annoying of the heavies. Partly because there's no rings, if you notice. So lack of any rings here takes away all of the others. There's an incentive because you get rings, but not now. It's a very well designed boss. I'm actually thankful that I'm not fighting with Supersonic, because when you fight him with Supersonic, you kind of miss, yeah, like all of the intricacies of the design, because you just walk into him and that's it. You stand there until you win. Whereas, yeah, it's a bit more interesting to actually fight him properly. I can definitely see where, you know, particularly people new to the franchise would struggle a bit. Like, you know, if I die a few times, you know, and I generally know these games pretty well, then, yeah, newcomers to the franchise would just completely be bewildered by this. I mean, the secret to Sonic games, which I think I've said probably before on stream here, is if you get hit, always make sure you get a ring. It's simple advice, but it, like, completely changes, yeah, like how the bosses work and everything, really. Just watching carefully there, that's all reflex based, that bit. Right, okay, so on to the final one. So in theory, you know, I'm well positioned here and I should be able to get him. Phew, finally! Oh my word. Whew, that took a long time. That took a seriously long time, that boss. Far longer than it should have done. So now we're on to the actual final boss, which last time I died on a couple of times. I think that's largely because I just don't really know how to tackle this particular boss. I kind of need to practice, to be fair, and what better time than here on the super secret stream that nobody was meant to see because it's just for me to test some streaming settings. So here we go, the final showdown. So a bit like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Get your Supersonic. So those green things take away 5 rings if they hit you. So what I'm generally going to try and do is, if I do get hit by one, I'll try and hit it fairly quickly afterwards. Like that. So, you know, I know I took a hit, but I very quickly regained the rings. Eggman seems pretty easy to hit. In fact, I'm sort of taking my time a bit with him in hopes of getting lots of extra rings. Okay, that was good. I think that's kind of how ideally you're meant to do it. You can just fly all the time here, but I'm finding in general I'm getting more rings by staying nearer the bottom here. So that's why, yeah, so there I've got a ton of rings. Oh, I could have done with flying there though. Okay, that's easy enough. More rings. Oh, that was good. That was a real lucky hit, mind you, but still, I'll take that. Yeah, not gonna lie, this boss not particularly fun really. Has a lot of potential. I feel like this is one element of the game that maybe got a bit rushed in development. I say that partly because there's some stuff you can find in debug mode here, which sort of shows at one point they were intending to make a full level out of it, but obviously they must have ran out of time or something similar. Oh, that was bad there. I lost a lot of rings through that bit. So you can see I'm just desperately trying to rebuild my ring count a bit. You can press, I think it's like any jump button will let you dash. But I've generally chose not to there because it uses 5 rings every time you do. Cool! I've bossed the boss at long last. Oh, that last final bit was pretty anticlimactic. Ironically, I had more trouble with the penultimate boss there. So that was Sonic Mania, a completely unintended stream on this occasion. And if you would like to see more of this kind of slightly out of nowhere, left field content, do drop the channel a like, hit the bell icon, and if I ever do appear on again doing a stream, then I'll magically be appearing in your inbox. But I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Really enjoyed playing through this with you again, and glad I was able to do the game a bit more justice, because last time round really wasn't looking too good stream wise. The quality was pretty neglected really. So that's been Sonic Mania. I've been T-Dog taking over Bill's channel. I'm gonna move my frame in the middle. That's gonna go big, and then to your great surprise, I too am gonna put on a sudden huge amount of weight. Better crop myself back in there. So guys, take care, take it easy. Remember, Sonic is better than Mario, regardless of what Bill says, and we'll see you again soon for more late night reviews. Take care.